Well, howdy! It's Gordon from Triangle Lawn Games, and I'm back talking about event venues in Phoenix today. So if you're planning an event in Phoenix, wanted to give you some ideas of places you could look at. These are going to be mostly for corporate settings, not necessarily parks or anything like that, but they are going to be mostly near downtown Phoenix. Perfect for corporate events, indoor spaces where you can have AV and lights and all kinds of stuff. So let's jump into it. I've got a little PowerPoint presentation, very exciting stuff here. And these are some pictures of things, but essentially what I would look for if I was looking at a venue are these things: location, where is it? Capacity, how many people can it hold? Is it going to fit your group? Types of spaces. So some of the places I'm going to show you today are going to have multiple spaces, multiple places you can hang out. I think that's important. So you want to think about the types of spaces: indoor, outdoor, bridal suites if you're doing a wedding, whatever it might be. Food and beverage, do they offer that? Is it included? Do they let you bring your own catering? Do you have to use their catering? Do they have a kitchen? These are questions that you can ask. Photo opportunities, is it cool? Do they have a champagne wall like one of the places in here does, which is pretty sweet? Do they have an attraction, a thing you can put on Instagram and people can be excited about? That's important. Bathrooms, facilities, you want to make sure they have that kind of stuff. Parking is important. And accommodations is just like, is it part of a hotel? Are there hotels nearby? That's something that I would recommend looking into if you need accommodations. So the first one I want to talk about is monOrchid. monOrchid is there on Roosevelt Street. You can see on the map just north of downtown Phoenix. So a good location. There isn't a ton of parking. There's some street parking, a little bit of lot parking, but there's not a ton of. It's like a coffee shop, coffee house sometimes. So you can see kind of in some of these pictures, there's like a coffee bar back here. But they do set it up for weddings and other corporate events. So you can use it. You can see there's nice seating here. They've got this set up for what I think is a 50th birthday party. So it's got a cool vibe. There's plenty of seating, modern finishes. It's pretty neat, not huge. But if you're doing a smaller corporate event, this could definitely work. That's monOrchid. Next up is Juncture Phoenix. And Juncture is there on Jefferson. You can see it's just east of downtown Phoenix, kind of out toward Sky Harbor Airport. And it's got a huge modern kitchen. So that's this picture doesn't even do a great job, but big modern kitchen. It's got a really cool bar area. So this is the bar, guitars hanging on the walls, pretty sweet. And then it's got tons of AV set up. So they've got this big room. It's almost like a TV studio. When I used to work for a TV studio, it looked a ton like this at least. And they've got all the AV stuff set up. So you can have, screens and you can do presentations, great sound, PA speakers, all that stuff. So that's Juncture. It is a pretty good one for a larger corporate event like a luncheon or a presentation, stuff like that. The next place up is events on Jackson. So on Jackson, and it is what? On Jackson? Crazy. So this is going to be a bit more of a traditionally kind of classy joint, as I would call. You can see that it's got this very nice indoor exposed brick, which is very popular with a lot of venues. They've got kind of the white linen tablecloth vibe. So it's a classy place for a wedding for sure. You could do a seated dinner or lunch for a corporate event. And then you can see down here that they do have multiple spaces. So they've got, the prickly pear room and the sanguano room and Actio room. So there's different rooms, different spaces. There's a courtyard in the middle. So this could be great if you wanted to have kind of, multiple breakout rooms, or if you needed different spaces. They also have, obviously, their, catering kitchen and stuff, which is cool too. So that's on Jackson, definitely something to look at. Venue on Washington is, again, on Washington. They're all aptly named here in Phoenix. And this one I thought was just really neat because you can see that it's got this really, really, really nice outdoor space. So a nice big patio. They've got a giant chess out there already, which is fantastic. We appreciate that. This one has the champagne wall. I just thought that was really cool. Looks like some rosé potentially, which looks pretty delicious right now, like this 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. I'm about ready for that. And then they also do a really, really nice job with weddings. You can see that this altar, I guess you could call it, is pretty neat looking. Looks like a piece of art, the sculpture. And they do have a really nice space for weddings. I think you can do corporate events there as well. And it does seem like a pretty cool vibe. And then those were all sort of downtown Phoenix, so very, very near downtown Phoenix, within 5 miles. This one is the only one that we had on here that's a little outside of that, and it's on the way toward Glendale. It's called Legends Event Center, and it's very opulent. So it looks like a really nice place for a wedding or a quinceanera, or, you could do a corporate event there, I suppose, but it does look a little more opulent to me. It has bridal areas and facilities for that, so I think it's more of a wedding venue, but very nice if you're looking for something out on the way toward or out near Glendale. this is definitely a good option. So those are some places that we would just recommend taking a look at as you're planning your Phoenix event. If you want games, that's what we do. We do yard game rentals, custom cornhole. We help with facilitation for certain things, and we have lots of rule guides and provide advice if you're trying to run a cornhole tournament or you want to have a field day. We'd love to help just walk you through it. So keep us in mind. You could go to trianglelawngames.com as it says there, or you can head to phoenixlawngames.com specifically for our Phoenix location. And I'm going to have links to some of these venues in the description. I'm going to put our links down there as well. And so we certainly hope to hear from you. Good luck with your event planning, and thank you so much for watching.